Where did Ava Max come from?
That's a funny story. So
Yeah.
Amanda is my first name, obviously, and Kochi is my last name. And it kind of was like I know, funny version of Gucci in my head. So I'm like, eh. I'm like, and then in school, the principal would always be like, Amanda Kosi or Amanda Coach or Koki or Amanda Cockeye. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. I love you. I just can't.
Yeah.
And so Coachy left like a minute ago, and then Amanda K I went by for a little bit for my music, and then I'm just like Amanda, like I can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't feel like me. But then I didn't change it just because like oh I want to change it. I actually played a prank on my brother, and this is how Ava came about. It's a really funny story. My brother and I are like Tom and Jerry, like especially growing up, like we would always like mess with each other. We never really got along. Like we were just like, you know. So I was just like, you know what? With my dad, I was on my computer. I made a fake Facebook page, and he's like 9 years older than me. So at the time, he was dating, and I was like 13 years old. And it was hilarious because I made a fake Facebook page, and I got a stock image on Google, and of a girl like I knew he would love, like you know, big booty, like everything. And so I like made it up perfect and then, like his dream girl. And I started messaging him and
Catfish.
You catfished your brother.
brother, I started messaging him and the name I found on the stock image was Ava Marie Chevalier. She was like French, I guess. And so I was like, okay, Ava, here we go. And so I'm like, what's up, Denny? And so for a month, he thought he was talking to his like dream girl. And at the end of the day I told him I was catfishing him, I'm like, oh, I live on the same street as you. So I was like, just come outside. And he believed it. He believed
Oh my God.
it. So, I mean, look, we play a lot of pranks on each other. So this was one of them. And he walked outside. I had a big scarf on that day. And I remember just whipping him with my scarf. I'm like, hey, it's Ava. And he was just like in shock. He couldn't move. He like froze like a statue. He was like, and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, what the heck? Like he literally freaked out. And then we laughed for 2 hours. I mean, I don't know if he was laughing for 2 hours. I was, but and then he just kept saying Ava. Where the fuck did you come up with Ava? And then I'm just like, you know what? I kind of like that name.
Wow.
You just really took over that role. Like just
You
became her.
Isn't
Ava.
that hilarious? And I
That
was
is so funny. I have never heard of a story of somebody's own family catfishing them. Obviously, you hear catfish stories all the time, but like you went all in. They should have done an MTV episode about you.
I know. Dad told me to end it. I was gonna take it longer, but
It's probably better for his sake that you ended it.
I know. It's getting kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny too to have your parent be like, all right, like maybe you should stop catfishing.
My mom didn't know because if my mom knew, she would have told him. So I just,
Yeah.
my mom and my brother are like, so I was like, no, I'm not going to tell my mom. I'm going to tell my dad. My dad and I are like that. So I was like, with my dad.
That is so fucking funny. I mean, that's hilarious.
I had to. I just had to.
I love it. That's a really, as far as like sibling prank wars go, that's kind of as good as it gets.
Might be the best I've ever heard. Might be the best
Yeah.
one I've heard.
I mean, you know how it is having a sibling and one sibling. And we were literally always getting each other growing up. So anyways, but yeah, Max came after Ava because I feel like Ava was so like feminine and I wanted like I have a masculine side. So like, what can I do? What can I do with Ava? And so I added Max because I've always loved the name Max and it felt a little more masculine. So kind of like balanced Ava out and I went with it.
It's kind of like what you were saying about the hair and Sweet But Psycho, like the duality of those things.
Everything is duality in my life.
I love it.